Peter, that is true. The one obstacle I can see in the whole event that's growing in front of our eyes is that if there's a good idea in Brisbane and someone has a great idea, the chances are they'll say no.
Was to name it after Ken Fletcher, because Ken Fletcher being a great tennis player, Ken Fletcher having a connection with a great philanthropist in the form of Chuck Feeney, and more importantly had a great narrative which had been told by none other than your good self.
Oh, thank you.
And of course Graham immediately cottoned on that, yes, that actually makes sense, and if you can get public support, I will obviously run and support that. And from that seed we then spoke a little bit more, and then we realised that okay, the next stage of the development is the land behind us, which wasn't known as Frew Park at that particular stage, but then took on the name of Frew Park very soon thereafter. And Roy Emerson Tennis Centre seemed inappropriate, and then after that there was okay, we better have a look at the female side of the equation, and you know, Daphne Seaney, married name Daphne Fancutt, was a great story, very similar to Ken, where the beauty of the life of Daphne was in her post-tennis career. Much the same as Ken's, by bringing Chuck to Queensland, and all that investment was the highlight, no doubt, of his life. And then Daphne was the coach of Wendy Turnbull, whose nickname was Rabbit, and what better tribute than have a green named after a rabbit,
the rabbit,
Wendy Turnbull. And so all of a sudden the narrative started to stitch together, and then we discovered that the very first rebound wall named out of the 40 odd that are now in Brisbane was named after Yvonne Goolagong, but it didn't have a plaque. And so the local councillor, Fiona King, has taken up the cudgels and is working towards getting a plaque. And so the narrative really started to build itself.
You've got to be expanding all the time.
Well,
You're now doing Rod Laver footbridge.
Yeah, exactly.
And then across the road from the footbridge is Yeronga Park, where there's a rebound wall.
Jimmy Shepherd.
Rod Laver's doubles partner was Jimmy Shepherd, and we're hoping, or you're hoping, to get this rebound wall named after Jimmy.
Well, and the good thing about it is now it's on automatic. We've got Brian Laver, the great anarchist,
yeah,
who's driving that agenda. At Hawthorn, the local area where I live, we've got the Labor councillor Shane Sutton, who's working towards with the local historic association to have Faye Toyne recognised and a rebound wall there. We've got former National Party Senator Bill O'Chee, who's working over in Hamilton to have Trevor Fancutt recognised with a rebound wall, and then obviously Fiona King is doing her little bit.
So what's going to happen, Peter?
Well, hopefully the layers continue to grow.
But every country in the world plays tennis. It's like soccer, but it's an individual or doubles game. So people from all over the world, if they want to come to Brisbane, they will be able to, within an area of about 5 square kilometres, they'll be able to go and see where Rod Laver learned to play, where Emerson, where Mel Anderson was from, where Fletcher, see all those things. They'll be able to travel around Brisbane, not very far, and have a wonderful tennis tour, which, as you say, New York hasn't got that, London hasn't got it, Paris hasn't got it.
And certainly Melbourne doesn't have it.
And we've got it all over Brisbane, where these players played and came from.
Yep, no, it's a great narrative, it's a great tourist story, and as I said, I just hope it now has legs of its own to continue to grow and develop. And you, Roger, Jeff, you just had a pithy comment